Make sure. Gotta make sure. Hold on, I forgot to put something on here real quick. Hold on. Let me fix that real quick. This is way too big. What's going on? Away the bag. But forever gone away. What? I don't know how to use this. To say goodbye. It doesn't work. Where's it at? This is not working. Where is it? I was typing something. Oh, Mike. Oh, we are having a lot of trouble right now. Now I gotta fix this. Hold on. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Oh, it's up there. Okay. No, I'll make this bigger. Do I gotta make the font bigger? I should have did this before, but I was in the shower before I was doing it. Let's see if that works. There it is. Can I drag it, please? There we go. I don't even know if anybody's watching this right now. To say goodbye to yesterday. All right, now I can share the link and everything. Let's see. Who watching this? Say something in the chat, please, so I can know if everything is working correctly. Ooh. All right, there we go. I'm sharing the link to Twitter. This computer is cooked, bro. Finally. Good Lord. I'm almost done. Hold on, I got a response to one of the homies on Twitter. It is so hot. Oh, his ankle cooked. Okay, man. All right, cool. All right, we here. Low key looking like Childish Gambino. I mean, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Much more handsome than that fella, but you know, it is what it is. If it was a Mr. and Mrs. Smith with me in it, nobody would be complaining right now. That's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. This window's not showing. Oh, duh. All right. We are here to eulogize the okay, the current informer. Who is that? Well, what's up? What's up, Mario? You know what I'm saying? We can get into some other talk later about some prophecies that were unfulfilled. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw that back on real quick just so we can get the vibes back right. It's probably gonna get DMCA to Bolivian, but we here. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna That's an ad. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is in the war of the century with the ad blocker people. They just letting things go crazy. Here we go. Where we at? Where we at? We're just gonna take a trip down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? For the moments that we all loved and enjoyed, for the short good time we had. D'Angelo Russell as the Lakers point guard. It's looking like it's over. It's cooked out here. But the real hoop was the friends we made along the way. But forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I just hit my foot on this futon, Bobby. A lot of a severely underrated game here. People act like it didn't happen for some reason. He didn't show up in every game. They said he didn't play that well in this series. They said, but just know, I remember. I don't know why this is running so terribly. I might have way too many tabs open right now. I don't know. But game 6, 31 points. Send them boys home. What am I doing? If anybody's still in here watching this, you are a silly person. To yesterday. Fly like fettuccine. What's up with? Are you like a pasta magnate or something? And let me turn this off. Are you like a pasta magnate or something? And this is your way to like try to get me to buy some pasta from you or something? This is like the longest con I've ever seen, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate somebody that commits to the bit. You know what I'm saying? Why is this running so bad? This is a more pressing matter than anything else. My computer is running terribly right now. Look at that. Who throwing entry passes like that? Who throwing dimes like that? I'll tell you who ain't throwing them like that. No, I ain't going. We're not going to do that. What else? What else I was about to do? I don't know. I just fired up this stream for a second. Just to check everything more than anything, you know. But if there's anybody in here besides, you know, my dog Zen, pasta magnate of the century, I'm saying if y'all want to chat about some things, potential trade targets, D'Lo's impact on the team, where he might be going, you know what I'm saying? We all about that. Whatever you want to talk about. Oh, what is this? Okay. My phone. Sorry. It's the most haphazard stream in the history of streams. But, you know what I'm saying? I got my little tie on. I was trying to get formal with it. Got my glasses on. Make it look real serious. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Sad times in Lakers land. I don't know for everybody. But for, you know what I'm saying, Rui, D'Lo, and their fans alike, of which I consider myself one, sad times ahead, you know. Partially because I don't think any of the trade targets that these boys are looking for are that good. But D'Lo in Orlando. Yeah, man. If anybody knows anything about me, I'm an Orlando Magic respecter as of the past 2 years. Franz Banchero, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say I respect Isaac. I guess I respect his basketball. His politics are another thing. Truly one of the most unserious individuals I've ever seen in terms of that. But you know what I'm saying? They got some nice talent over there. I ain't not too well versed in what was it, Mosley? I'm not too well versed in what he does, what he brings as a coach. Seems like he might know what he's doing, but you know, I'm not watching too many Magic games, so I'm not really looking into it that deeply. But the nucleus they got, the roster they got, they need a point guard bad. I said on the last stream, I think they may be a point guard away. If they get this one in particular, then I think good things will happen for them. Brings an element of shooting and playmaking that I don't think they really have. You know what I'm saying? Cole Anthony can get hot from time to time. Anthony Black's probably not ready, and he's more of a defensive-minded guard. I haven't seen what's been up with Fultz? I haven't paid attention to him in a while. Is he injured? I haven't seen him play basketball in a minute. Maybe maybe that's just me, but I think that's a good landing spot for him if that were to happen. Would he want to go there? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? They might throw him a bag or something. It's a possibility. But if I was like his people and like the goal was to like win and have probably the mix of winning and contract situation, that would be I wouldn't say top on my list, but it would be high on my list of wants. That wouldn't be a no trade for me, even though he doesn't have a no trade clause for some reason. I don't know why he didn't leave that in negotiations. I don't know how much money they were taking from him if he didn't keep it, but it is what it is. All right, Pasta Magnate. All right, brother. He's what? He's badge. He's back, Jay. Who back? I don't know who you're talking about right now. Who back, Mario? Hold on. Let me. Somebody asked me a very important question. As a purveyor of the Shooty hoops, I have been asked which League Pass game somebody should gander at. So I'm going to answer that question in earnest. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can make sure that my brother's out here. This is my brother Malcolm. We go way back to middle school. You know what I'm saying? He always wanted to know what games he should watch. And I'm out here giving Boston, Dallas, or Hawks versus Kings. This is not even a question, brother. What kind of question is this? Boston v. Dallas, brother. I'm streaming right now, so I can't elaborate. You want to watch fellers? Wait, I mean, whatever. But that one. Y'all can't see what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm getting better at hiding my OBS and all that other stuff. Or maybe I'm not. Oh, Fultz is back? Okay. I haven't seen them play in a minute, so I wasn't really sure. And I'm because, you know what I'm saying, the Lakers played them a minute ago, and I haven't really tuned into them since. They played them twice early in the season, so we're not going to see them again, which is unfortunate because I always think that, not always think, but I think that teams getting season series out the way, I don't like that, especially like in the same conference, even though they're in different conferences, because like you play a team one time and it's a whole different team. You play a team, some people get advantages playing a team twice when they got 3 people on their team that's hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spread that out a little more evenly. I know traveling and everything is a consideration, but that's one thing I don't like is like, I think who the Lakers finished? They finished their season series with somebody already. Was it the Rockets? It was somebody they finished their season series with already, and it was like in December, which is crazy to me. Like, if you're going to have a schedule, you got to kind of spread it out a little bit so you can get an accurate representation of where the teams are at that point in their seasons, as opposed to like beating up on teams. Like a whole bunch of people played the Grizzlies before Ja came back. I think the Wolves played them like 3 times. I know that's not like not anybody's fault, but like, why are you playing the team 3 times before like January? That's crazy to me. But I don't know. I forgot what else I was saying or what else we was talking about. But you know what I'm saying? I am about to, that's what I was going to do actually on here. I'm going to start probably making, whatchamacallit, an assist compilation. So I'm about to just be going through these pretty much. That's what I'm going to be doing on here. And then we could just have the flow open for talking or whatever the case may be, if anybody got any questions, even though it's only like 4 people on here. And I'm sure I know all of you, so probably not going to be too many questions going on, but let's get these dimes cracking. I don't want to start from the beginning. LeBron, off ball LeBron, this we could have had something special here, you know what I'm saying? But old habits die hard and old men are stubborn. Look at that, just easy dive. Not even a great, like, super great pass, but that gravity is gravity. He got a triangle of individuals checking his moves. His gravity is look. They ain't even really looking at AD all crazy like that. And then, you know what I'm saying, he just slot through in there. Everybody's kind of just, you know what I'm saying, he just walks through the lane. Like, that's a real hoop right there. What does it say? The Suns, I think, for D'Lo, I don't know how that math will work. I don't know how many like how it would work, not math like financially wise. He probably would just like get bought out and then do whatever. But as far as like the amount of people on the court at the time, Grayson Allen's playing really well. I don't know. We're gonna put that in the compilation, I think. Let me see. Oh no, that's not the pass I thought it was. Grayson Allen's playing really well. They still trying to integrate Bill. We put this as the pass I thought he threw. Is that a good enough pass? Eh, yeah, he kind of he threw it over. We can rock with that one. Oh my goodness, that's showing all the business. I can't have that going on right now. Hold on, let me do something first. Let me wipe out all of this, my download section. Is all of this just this? Oh, it's not nothing incriminating on here. I'll just download it. But I don't think the Suns are. I mean, I don't know if the Suns have enough room for him to really do anything of significance with them minutes wise and usage wise. He might be in the same kind of predicament he is now. But Bill is hurt a lot and he gets sick a lot. He might mess around and catch COVID or something. I don't know. But I like basketball wise. I think they need a point guard, and I think he would fit well there. But I don't think like the feasibility of it is something that I'm a little concerned about. Well, not concerned about, but I don't really see. Hold on, let me see. Is this showing up? Oh, it's not even showing up. I was worried about that showing up. It's not even showing up on your screen. So it is what it is. But that's an assist. We're putting that in the compilation. I need to get to that. I know the one pass I'm putting in there for sure is that entry pass he threw to AD. Boy, he was in his bag on that one. Let's try to get to that. I think this is it. This is absolutely it. My memory is great. Look at that. Real hoop. Ooh. It ain't really like nothing to write home about, but it's a good enough pass to go on the compilation, baby. I don't know. I need this to go. This computer kind of old. I need these to go up here into this, but it's not doing that. It's going straight to the files for some reason. So it's taking a little longer to download those. Let me see if he did anything particularly. I mean, it was no look, but nah, we don't need to put that in the compilation. You know what I'm saying? The Heat. As far as the Heat is concerned, I'm worried that they think that like him and Tyler Hero are kind of like duplicate players in the sense that they kind of have similar roles on offense. I remember the skip pass, put that in the thing. Um, I'm concerned that they think that they probably do the same thing and they probably are seeing them as like replacements for each other, like in rotations and stuff like that, as opposed to being able to play together, like the kind of Reeves and D'Lo conundrum we have now. Even though I don't think it's really as much of a conundrum as people think it is, I think the lineups around them is just not ideal. Like LeBron is entirely too old to depend on as a defender, and Prince is entirely not that much of a lockdown guy to like rely on him to shut people down, and then the rebounding is bad because LeBron's not really engaged in the way that he needs to be on most nights. And then these boys are not going to stop anybody that actually actively tries to score on them on the perimeter. D'Lo is a little more adept at guarding bigger people because he has a larger wingspan, larger standing reach, so he's able to kind of disrupt players in that way, and I think he's a little bit more effective as a chaser because of that. So he's able to play that role, and he can kind of battle some people in the post and like get some pokeaways and stuff like that. But him and Reeves, you know what I'm saying, are having their struggles. But I think more of that could be fixed if just like a Vando was in the lineup as opposed to having Prince and Bron flanking them and then having AD like fix everything. Like that's causing the majority of the issues that they're having. I'll put that in the compilation, even though it's not nothing to write home about. It's unselfish play. Three watch it now. We out here. Nice bounce pass. You going in the compilation. Entry pass. I feel real bad for AD, bro, because like once if D'Lo's not there and he's relying on these rumored targets, if they don't get an actual point guard that can pass, those 9 LeBron minutes are gonna get ugly. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be super bad, but like this right here, this ain't gonna be there no more. Just easy early offense, over the top, on target. I don't remember this game too much. It was a while ago. I remember this still. This bounce pass was kind of off target, but we'll take it. They should look to move TP. Uh, I don't. He don't. He doesn't make that much money. If anything, only thing they should look to move him for is like to save Ham from himself. Like I haven't. There we go. I haven't had a problem with the way TP has been playing really. Like because I think that he's kind of in an outsized role, and when you kind of encourage some of his lesser desirable habits, like once he gets to a third dribble, like he kind of crumbles. So like him attacking closeouts, he doesn't like try to do too much dribble wise, like in a standstill sense. He sometimes he overpenetrates and he just throws up things. He shoots contested shots, but like some of that is on the scheme, and some of that is just like it's not an ask that anybody has made of him, like implicitly. I would say, I mean explicitly, but like it's more of an implicit thing where it's like I got to do these things because like I'm getting this amount of minutes, and the talent around me is not probably conducive to. I forgot about that. The talent around me is not really like it's room for me to do shenanigans because of the lineups we trotting out here on the floor. I remember that. That's going in the compilation, and I think that he's getting a large like brunt of the animus from fans for like no reason. Like he's been perfectly fine in the role that he's played. He's just they're asking him to do a little too much, and he's playing too many minutes. If he was playing less minutes and he had more qualified people as a point of attack defenders instead of throwing him out there on De'Aaron Fox every night, like we wouldn't be having too much of this conversation because for all intents and purposes, even though his plus minus is terrible, him and Austin have some of the worst plus minuses I've ever seen on a team that's not 10 games under 500. But I think that he's been put in positions to fail like everybody else has for the majority of the season. So I'm not really like, I think he has some value, but I don't know how his money will work just in a general sense. He only makes what, like $5 million, something like that. He makes the minimum or something like that. I don't know what the minimum. Oh, I remember this lob going into compilation. And, but yeah, I think that, like Austin is the most movable piece besides D'Lo, like, and I don't think they're ready to cross that bridge. So I don't know exactly. I remember this lob up. I guess it's going to compilation. Everyone was kind of, yeah, we'll leave it in there. But you know, they need to improve the team on the margins instead of this big swing that they're taking. I don't really like the direction that they're kind of going, trying to just replicate the 3-star model that we've seen hasn't worked in forever. Last time it worked was LeBron James like 10 years ago, like, well, the Warriors, but that was a different cap situation and stuff like that. They were kind of able to get away with it. But, yeah, I think that they should have been in the market for a defensive wing. If they were just like trying to get Bruce Brown and they didn't have to gut their team, I would like prefer a move like that rather than like let's bring in another point guard and try to get chemistry and all this other stuff when there will still be holes in your roster and you're sending out assets to get that guy. Like, who's going to be the backup big? Who's going to be your defenders? Like, if you're assuming Murray's going to be that guy, is his defense slipping off really a result of him getting more on-ball responsibility, or like what's the deal with that? Like, it's a lot of things that they got to consider. Whereas if they just improve some things on the margins and they are able to streamline their lineups and have consistent rotations and stuff like that, I think they would be in a much better position. Even with the start that they currently had, they just figured out like to play their best 8 guys like the appropriate amount of minutes, like 3 months into the season. So even if they do make the trade, is Darvin going to maximize those guys that he gets? And I'm not sure that any of that is going to happen. So like, but hey, it is what it is. We're just sitting here thinking about what could have been if that Western Conference Finals went a little different, you know what I'm saying? And we could talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, who performed, who didn't. But just like the last December was emblematic of the same thing that happened in the Western Conference Finals. Like, people attributed that to like the moment being too big or the opponent being whatever it was. But we just saw the same kind of diminishing role that happened in the Western Conference Finals happen in the regular season, regardless of opponent, regardless of like want to or whatever. And it was a role switch that caused some of the play that you saw, as opposed to like the moment being too big and you attributing it to the playoff atmosphere and all this other stuff. When the guy showed you the first 2 rounds that wasn't really a problem in any respect. It was just some days he had it, some days he didn't. Like, it is what it is. I don't think the moment was too big. I think that they tried to LeBron and AD it, and it just didn't work. And he was the odd man out in that situation. But old narratives die hard, and so now we're here making the same mistakes we made all last year. Not all last year, at the end of last year. Oh, what is this? I know I saw something in the comments, but I didn't read it. Uh, just a slight upgrade on defense for TP and passable defense. That's all. Like Jaden McDaniels for TP. Boy, you asking a lot. Or does that say Jalen? Oh, that says Jalen. I was about to say, boy, you are on the narcotic. I haven't seen McDaniels play that much this year, but he was kind of like Jaden, but like the bad tendencies were just like the more noticeable thing of his game. Like, because Jaden, for all of his like defensive greatness and stuff like that, he has some awful tendencies, and he has like some impulse control problems. And like, I think that Jalen plays bad basketball in similar ways, but he's just not as talented as Jaden is. So like, but like, you know, environment, role, and all this other stuff. People think that Reddish is like purported himself well over the course of this season, even though like he had some slippage once he got hurt. He still does a little too much when he has the ball in his hands and stuff like that. But if you're expecting like Jalen to be a guy that can kind of, do I want to put this in the compilation? I don't think it's really that much of a great pass to really like try to. It's not a bad pass though, man. Why not? He feeding AD. You know what I'm saying? The Anthony conglomerate will allow this pass to go in because he's feeding AD. You know what I'm saying? Us Anthony's got to stick together. What is this? But I'm trying to figure out who like would be out on the market that would be like a slight upgrade from Torian Prince. Like whoever this theoretical guy is they getting, he needs to be able to rebound. Like that's like the biggest problem that they're having. Like even if Torian's not like the greatest point of attack defender or anything like that, the thing that's really killing him is that he can't rebound, and they're just bleeding offensive rebounds and stuff like that for a team that's not that good on defense in the first place. So I don't know if you find somebody that can replicate his shooting either, even though I don't think his shooting would be as much of a problem if you still had D'Angelo Russell on it. Oh, I remember that a lot. If you still had him on the roster, but if you getting rid of both of those guys, somebody has to come back that at least has some level of shooting, and then they also have to be able to rebound. Even though you could kind of get some of that if Vandal plays more, but like, you know, there's just a lot of considerations that there's no easy fixes to this. And I don't think that the fixes that they're proposing are going to do. Maybe if you think Murray can rebound a little more and you use him rebounding at the guard spot, but I don't know how that affects the defensive rebounding, because I don't know if he's going to be able to like battle for the boards like that. I'm not sure if he's more of a cosmetic triple-double rebounder where they just let you get a rebound so you can push pace and it's not really you fighting against the opposition when you get a rebound, or what it is, but I don't know. But they need more consistent rebounding, and they need just guys that can stabilize certain things that they don't have in their lineups, and they're going to lose other things in the pursuit of those things if they don't go about it the right way. Perhaps more important things like shooting and playmaking and stuff like that. We'll put that in the compilation. Let's see. All right. Oh, I just heard. I hear something outside my door. I don't like the sound of it. See, this is a pass. Wait, did I download this? Was this the pass worth downloading? I think I downloaded it. Let me see. I gotta check now. Movies and TV. Play it in movies and TV. Yep, I downloaded it. All right. So next play, this is just an inbound, and then I think LeBron just hits a face up. No, he hit a step back on him, and this is just a regular inbound. Then he gives it to him, and then I think he throws it to him at the thing, and he just, yep, nothing to write home about there either. I remember that pass. Give me that. This back when Wood was taking 8 years to shoot his threes. He finally got the memo that he needed to let that thing fly. Is it Skippy? Yes, sir. I remember that. Gabe it's a skip pass. It didn't really lead to a direct bucket, like direct to the rim or a wide open three. But who making this pass, bro? Not a lot of people ain't making that pass. One man is. He about to be. He making it against his future team, the Orlando Magic. They seen it. They gonna look at this same footage and be like, you know what, we need some of that right there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Franz is shooting terrible, so I don't know who's gonna be the corner shooter in this situation, but I don't know. I might need to take these glasses off too. Gabe's first and only three game. Gabe came out early in the season shooting god awful. Let's see. Nothing to write home about there. Little screen action. Nice pass. Nice shot by Torian. It's going in the compilation. Is this the game where Suggs was distraught that he missed? I would think it has to be because the other game wasn't close for like the majority of the game. Like D'Lo, that was probably D'Lo's worst shooting game of the season. What was he, like 4-17? They pretty much had that other game in hand, so I think this might be the game that happened. Yeah, because the game was close. Because I remember D'Lo made one of his few clutch buckets of the season because he doesn't get to play in the fourth quarters. Whatever, he wasn't getting to play in the fourth quarters, and this was one of the games where he helped close them out. And I'm assuming that Suggs had something that happened in that game, but I don't remember. Was it a three that he shot? I can't remember. I think it was a three up here. I don't remember for sure though. But yeah, I do remember what you're talking about. All right, that's nothing. LeBron, old man, positivities. Just, ball movement, swinging it. Playing these boys tomorrow. Pass was kind of high, but we'll take it. Let's get that in the compilation. Let's go back so I can actually look at the pass. Yeah. What was that? Plumlee, high hands, Powell, sunk down. Yeah, man, that's how you play the point guard position right there. Even though the pass was kind of high. Cam is such a weird corner shooter. Like the way he sets his feet is weird to me. Like he has a wide stance and then he catches it and he like closes his stance, and it's so weird to me. Even though he didn't do it on this one, but like I've never seen somebody stand with a wide base weight and then like kind of jump into their shot. Like people hop into their shots all the time, but the way he goes about it is something that I haven't seen that often, unless I'm just tripping. And everybody does that, and his just looks more exaggerated. I don't think that's the case though. It's something weird about the way he goes about that. Ooh, just get two Russes. Mortal enemies now have a common bond. They both got ran out of the team by various factors. One probably a little more deservedly so than the other. I think I downloaded that, even though it wasn't really a great pass. Oh, I think this was actually a nice pass, but it wasn't. They didn't. I think he got a pass and then just bounced it. I don't remember what happened, but it was cut off, so we can't really glean that from it anyway. We can't put it in no compilation. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. Wait, can I do this from full screen? Will it just stay full screen if I do that? It will not. Wait. It kind of did. Hold on. I just downloaded the pass. I mean, it was a decent pass, so we can leave it in the compilation. Let's see. Yeah, it sucks. It's the 3. Okay. Let me see. Just simple. I think AD is really going to miss this, man. Like, he kind of forced the switch. It didn't really materialize because, they kind of played it well, but this is he forces switches, gives people mismatches, and just gives them the ball in operational zones. One dribble, turnaround. You know what I'm saying? Driving and dumping off is nice and stuff like that, but you need a guy who can just give your guys the ball in operational zones like that and just let them go to work. This should have been the bread and butter right here, but for some reason, you know what I'm saying? I don't know whose decision it was to not activate LeBron as a roller more, but every time they run Bron and D'Lo pick and roll, something good happens. They have like just them two without like Austin and Anthony Davis. I think most recently, like we can actually look it up. Like I think their offensive rating is like uh PBP stats. I just made up. I messed up my my don't Google stuff in front of y'all rule, but it's all good. Wowie combinations. Why does this look like this? This is not how this is supposed to look. Something is wrong here. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Lakers. Laker girls. Shout out to what's his name? Loris Tanter. Laker girls. Alright, so we just gonna filter this by net rating. Oh, that's the bad filter. Okay. These D-Lo minutes is fake, but anyway. LeBron James, D'Angelo Russell without Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, fourth highest net rating amongst those combinations of whatever permutation. 118 offensive rating. It was way higher before. It must have died down recently. But highest offensive rating groups. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, it's one of the highest. It's the highest of the ones that's not all of them together. So the one with all of them together is what was the high offensive rating. This has gotten higher. I don't remember it being this high recently, but I think they were in the negatives until this new starting lineup was trotted out there. But I'm saying they play well together. I don't know why they never figured out like how to get the best out of each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that street was more one way than the other way, but yeah, this should have been what was going on the whole time. I think I downloaded this. Did I download this one for the compilation? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. D'Lo has passed the ball very well all year to be missed if he's traded. Not sure if Murray can do that. If you watch my stream from 2 days ago, we kind of went through that, and I haven't seen Murray make any type of like passes that would compromise the defense in any way. Like, for lack of a better word, like he can get into the paint and he can make passes. Like he'll make some spray outs to the perimeter, but they're always to the side that he's dribbling. Like if he's going left, he's throwing it to the left wing. He rarely throws it like one guy he's throwing it one pass away most of the time, and he's jumping to do a lot of this stuff. He's throwing target passes that aren't particularly have great velocity on them. They're not particularly targeted well. Like he passes more of as a last resort, or he makes like simple reads as opposed to like the kind of passing that D'Lo provides. Just in general, before we even get to the Lakers, who have a tremendous problem like generating threes and stuff like that. So I don't think Murray's going to be able to replicate that. I don't know if they're going to lean more into LeBron and having him back at point guard, even though we've seen that he's had some problems with that. Do I want to put this pass in the compilation? It was kind of off target. I don't know. But I don't. If you're looking for him to replicate that, it's probably not going to be a good time. But he's probably going to bring other things. Maybe, perhaps the defense picks up. He is a better penetrator than D'Angelo Russell, even though he's not as good of a rim finisher as people thinks he is. Like his rim finishing has gone down like substantially this year as far as like percentage wise. I think it's like almost 10 points less than last year, or the last couple of years. He was in like the low to mid 60s, like between 0 to 3 feet, and I think he's like around 57% this year, which is not that great just as a number from 0 to 3 feet. So but he's playing on a team that doesn't really have a lot of guys that would have a gravitational pull to like take them away from the rim when he's penetrating. So that might be different if LeBron and AD is on the court with him. That remains to be seen. But like just from a pure playmaker standpoint, I think you're losing a lot in this transaction. And I don't. But that might be more just D'Lo being a singular like kind of passing guy as opposed to like Murray's flaws. Even though I think Murray is not that great of a playmaker just in general, but maybe circumstances might dictate that he improves in some respects. Maybe he learns some things from LeBron. Maybe the floor balance makes him look a little bit better, but I'm not particularly counting on that myself. What did I say? I don't mind D'Lo back in Brooklyn, but they seem those fellas on the team seem toxic. I don't know. I do know, like Dinwiddie, man. I don't know where his vibes are. Like we had the whole thing where it was revealed that he was recruiting Kyrie like the entire time that D'Lo was there, like when they were going on the run and stuff like that. He was like, "Oh yeah, come to Brooklyn, like it'll be a good time. We be out here hooping all this other stuff." Like that's kind of wild because then you saw him like following D'Lo around All Star Weekend and stuff. Like it's like you know what I'm saying. The vibes was kind of weird there, but I don't know too much about anybody else, or like I don't know about the ownership. I don't know what KD and them had a problem with. I don't know what Jacques Vaughn is about. Like I don't know none of that stuff. But maybe you know what I'm saying. Ooh, my voice is going crazy. What? Hold on, let me get some. Might be a little acid reflux. Okay, look away special to Rui. You know what I'm saying. I didn't look at the last pass, but I don't know. Maybe people thinking that they're more like maybe Cam Thomas, like, bro, why you come here? This is my team. Like, I don't know. Probably not going to be any of that stuff, but I don't know. I do know if he does go there, they would be wise to give him the keys like they did last time, because for all the hand wringing about him not being an all-star anymore or something like that, he's so much obviously a better basketball player than he was back then. He's just had a reduced role since then, and like he still has 20 points a night in him. We're seeing it on this run where he can do these kind of things consistently. He just doesn't shoot the ball that much anymore. I think he's shooting like 15 attempts this year. Like so, if you get that up to 17, he can be a 20-point a game guy again. Like I don't have any doubt about that, regardless of like the free throw attempts he's taking and everything like that. Like the thing with D'Lo is he's not more inconsistent than anybody else in my opinion, as far as like his jumper having off nights and stuff like that. He just can't supplement it at the line like other stars do. So when he has a 4 for 15 night, it's going to be like 8 to 10 points, as opposed to a guy who has 4, like a Damian Lillard who has a 4 for 15 night, and he also gives you 11 free throws. So like I think his inconsistency is a little overblown, but also I forgot the point I was making, but I think that if he goes back to Brooklyn, I think he's going to recapture some of the stuff that happened when he was there last time, and I think he would prove to be an even better player than he was back then. Say, Cam Thomas seems toxic. I don't know where you're getting that from, just off vibes. Like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? He a bucket, I know that, but maybe you seeing something that I'm not seeing. I haven't really watched them this year, just because I don't like the way their court looks. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really. It's just not enough time in the day to watch every team that plays basketball. So they're one of the teams I haven't watched. You know, I'm watching the Knicks. I'm watching the Wolves. I've watched some of the Kings, like the Pistons. So I'm watching teams that aren't them because they didn't have anything that particularly intrigued me. They are the embodiment of like one of my basketball philosophies. Like I think it was when the Clippers got like Robert Covington and Norman Powell and all these people, and people were like extremely worried, like, oh, I can't believe the NBA let this happen. They got all the wing talent in the world. And I'm like, bro, there's a such thing as having too many wings on your basketball team, because one, if you really have high value wings on your team, like those guys are extremely expensive. So if you're just compiling wings, the guys you have are going to have some deficiencies. Like Robert Covington, if I remember correctly, he's not that great of an on-ball defender. He's an excellent team defender, not that great of an on-ball defender. Norman Powell's not a good defender at all, from what I remember. He's a bucket, but like people were worried about, oh, they got all these wings and they're going to come in waves and all this stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm not that concerned about them. And I think the Nets are like the embodiment of that now. They have wing talent. They have a whole bunch of guards that kind of do the same thing, and they're just kind of on the hamster wheel right now. And I think that D'Lo provides something that they don't necessarily have, like in the playmaker streets and like, you know what I'm saying, just running the team. But I don't know, like, what would happen, like if he went there, and like what the log jam would look like at the guard spot, and like who they would get rid of to kind of accommodate like facilitate things, like so people aren't mad at minutes and all this other stuff. I don't know, but I can't speak to whether or not it's toxic or anything like that, because I don't know these people as human beings. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Cam is all about him and he want to get his buckets and he want to be the leader of the team. That might be more of a fan base thing than a individual thing, but who knows? You know, people have egos and stuff like that, but I don't know. He's coming off the bench right now. I didn't see any indication that he was like super mad about it or anything, but you never know. But I forgot this man was rocking the fro. He think he me out here, you know what I'm saying? Even though his fro is way better than mine, you know what I'm saying? My hair used to grow super fast, and then my body went to hell, and like, I don't know. I'm sure I'm not taking care of it because I've never had an afro, so I'm just like picking it out just to like make sure my hair's not matted, as opposed to like a stylistic thing, because I can't really sit down in chairs and get my hair cut, and like my barber's not in Ohio anymore, so like I got to figure that out at some point. Probably learn how to cut my own hair, even though I'm blind and I have bad shoulders. But you know, we'll see what goes on with that. Operational zone, little floater. That fro looks fake, bro. Nice pass. He fumbled it a little bit, but that was a nice pass. So it's going in the compilation. I gotta make sure I log this correctly. I'm not about to sit here and nice pass, nice entry. I'm not about to sit here and rename every pass. I don't do that anymore. I used to do crazy stuff like that, like describe the pass and stuff. Like, what was my problem? That's a simple pocket pass. I don't know. Nice little hesitation. You know what? Put it in it. Put it in the compilation. Let's see. Is there anything? Hey yo, you came through with the what did I say, man? This heart in the middle of the chat is like they need to move this because I can't see. Came through with I can't see that last word. But let me look at OBS real quick. I can't see, bro. I can't see what. Dude, that say it. Why is this in the middle of the chat? I can't see anything. How do I move this? I came through with something quick. I'm assuming you mean the stream or the video talking about D'Lo or whatever. Because I do remember you made a comment on the other video. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, but yeah, we here now. You know what I'm saying? Last night's performance and the vibes after the game necessitated that. You know what I'm saying? We at least talk about some things if anybody wanted to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? You know where I said, ooh, nice pass, brother mans. If I had more time on my hands, I would go to the individual games and like find all the angles because you see the way that pass just kind of looped over everybody. I'm sure it's like on Twitter somewhere. I could probably find it and put it in here, but I don't put as much like ancillary effort into these things. I just compile them and put them on the internet for people to see, so they can see what real hoop looks like. You know what I'm saying? I think my last one was like a Scotty Barnes one. People really like enjoyed that one and stuff like that. Like people respect real hoop compilations, so I'm trying to give it to them. But I'm gonna be making some more of them. But this is what we making right now. I'm gonna just put that pass in there just because, you know what I'm saying. It ain't like the greatest pass in the world, but you know what I'm saying. Why not? Can never have too much of a good thing. That's a lie. But Austin, what? This is November 12th. Jackson, I think we did Jackson a disservice the way we used him this year. Just like having him play drop all the time, and we weren't really running pick and rolls and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I knew, you know what I'm saying? My memory is pretty good, you know what I'm saying? If you got any questions you want to ask, you know what I'm saying? We could chop it up about whatever you want to talk about. But we never really seen Jackson. I don't know how much he actually played with D'Lo either. But I think he played a good amount with him, but like the way we employ him, he has his own deficiencies and stuff. I didn't think he was going to be like too much of a huge difference maker and stuff, but I don't think we played to his strength in a way that would help him succeed either. But that's the story of everybody on the roster. So like, you know, I think he's one of the lower guys in plus minus two. I think him, Prince, and Reeves are the worst three, and he hasn't played in like substantial minutes in a long time. I'm assuming this was just an entry pass that they cut off. D'Lo telling Rui to do something. I think they're going to miss his communication as well. Like on the mic under the rim, you hear this is the guy you're hearing most of the time. You're hearing D'Lo telling people where to go offensively and defensively. He's one of the more active movers and screeners on the team. Like I think they're going to like, unless Murray brings some of that to the table, which I haven't seen it, but maybe he does. They're gonna miss a lot of that stuff. I'm not. That's just assuming. That's not just Murray exclusive. That's anybody. I didn't download that, did I? No, I didn't. I think they're gonna miss a lot of the things he brings, even though he has his deficiencies and things like that. You know what? In the compilation, you know what I'm saying? Just nice swingery of the basketball. We respect that too. That first pass was kind of shaky, but he got it back. Torian cleared out. I'm assuming he was about to set a screen here. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what the rules they have in this kind of situation are, but that looks like what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? If they just read it on some freelance stuff, Nice job. Maybe you was throwing it to Torian and Torian vacated. Who knows? But the ball got there. Say, ugh. Operational zone. Easy bucket. Dang, they was getting mollywopped that game. I totally forgot about that. I think he had about 28 points in that game, though. That's back before AD jumper was really back. I gotta watch the film to see what AD has done with his jumper because his jumper was looking wayward. That's a nice outlet. We gonna put that in the compilation. I don't think he's changed anything mechanically, but I always thought that he leaned back a little too much on his jumper, and it kind of created a spin situation. I was a little short, and he missed a lot of jumpers short. I don't know if he cleaned that up or anything like that. I'm not putting that in the compilation, but his jumper is so much markedly better. I need to see why. Because him with the shooting improvement and his recent passing improvement has been like tremendous. So like if this is the AD that they're getting forward, not saying getting forward. If this is the AD that they're gonna have going forward, like they can't waste like these developments because like that guy is top 5 AD. The other guy that's not really shooting that well and stuff, he's hovering more around the 10 range. But this new guy they got, you can build something sustainable around him if this is like a genuine thing. And I think it is. Let's see. Nice pass. Cormac, 2 hands for safety, Cormac Christie. If y'all don't know that, that is his legal name. His name is Cormac. No other really comments on that except he's in the pantheon of great Laker names. Cormac Christie, Corpariel Ladorable Harris, you know what I'm saying? Manny Harris, as other people know him, you know what I'm saying? We've had some names. LaRon Prophet was a good one. I don't know. I ain't gonna say Tierra Brown. It was okay, you know what I'm saying? We've had some names. Svi Mykhailiuk, you know what I'm saying? Just a pantheon of great names. Slava Medvedenko, you know. So he just add his name. If he go, I think if Max changes his name to Cormac and he like makes people call him Cormac, like I think his game will elevate to the next level. But that's another conversation for another day about NBA players with strange names being hoopers. You know what I'm saying? So remains to be seen. If he stays Max, it might not go as well for him. Even though I think he's playing really well, I think he needs more minutes in the rotation. But you know what I'm saying? If he becomes Cormac, maybe Ham respects him a little more and he puts him in the rotation. Should I put this in the compilation? Because it's a simple thing, but, you know, just getting the ball, easy spot, one dribble. Why not? Christie needs to hit the weight room. I think Christie actually plays with the requisite amount of force that you would want somebody that his position plays. Of course, he's like young still, so it's not like defensively and stuff like that, like he's gonna get knocked off his spots and stuff like that. I don't know how much strength he can add, like via the weight room per se, as like more functional strength would like be useful and stuff like that. But I think his strength deficits are more noticeable on offense, and I think that's partially his fault, like not his fault, but like just the way he goes about like trying to finish around the rim, and like he's trying to dunk on everybody, and he's trying to do things strong, and like. Sometimes it's a little more exacerbated when he like tries to go to the rim and do those things, or off the dribble he can get knocked off his spot and stuff like that. But sometimes that might be a matter of skill and stuff. Like I see him get hit in the chest on defense and he kind of gets pushed back and stuff like that. But like at a certain point, that might just happen to him because you know what I'm saying. Nobody's gonna be like brick wall against everybody. But I think that he's one of the more physical players on the team, and I think that they're good in his minutes because he's actually an active rebounder and he plays with a level of force that the rest of the guards really don't. So, like, even if he is at a deficit, like, strength-wise and stuff like that, I think he is one of the more useful Lakers in that sense. Like, if they fancy themselves as, like, a team that's going to beat people up and, like, beat them up in the paint, beat them up on the boards and stuff like that, I'm sure they don't fancy themselves as, like, a board beating up a team. But, like, if they want to play physical and they want to play, like, with relative athleticism, I think he needs to play a little bit more. If D'Lo's not out there with him, like, I'm trying to figure out how he would, like, generate as much offense as he does because D'Lo finds him for, like, spot ups and things like that. So they would have to figure out how to incorporate him, probably particularly in those bench lineups, because we've seen that the bench led lineups with like Austin have been really bad. So if that's Murray, maybe he can activate him in some way. But we've already talked about his passing and stuff like that. But um, I think Max is going to be a good player, and I think he's a good enough player now to get rotational minutes, like 15 to 20 at least. But it remains to be seen what Hamil's what Hamil's gonna do with him. You know what I'm saying? The Oink Man. Hey man, I gotta get that picture of the pig with the Lakers gear on with his hands in his pockets. You gotta throw that in the chat again so I can take it. I remember this pass. Speak of the devil. Speak of somebody getting Cormac Christie activated. You know what I'm saying? Just running sets, putting the ball on target, hitting him in stride. Easy dunk, 2 hands for safety. Cormac Christie, the man who they say looks like Kobe Bean Bryant. I mean, I kind of see it a little bit, but like, you know, let's not get too weird about it, guys. Let's see if I remember this pass. Nope, that's not the pass I thought it was. But again, it's like it's not the greatest pass in the world, but one hand off the dribble. Embiid's hips is open. He was, you know what I'm saying, very attentive to this man. He was able to get the step on him relatively easily, get it up on the glass. It's a bucket. Operational zones, man. Bron James. I forgot how well they started this game because they got their doors blown off, but they did start the game pretty well. Ooh, nice pass, brother. Man, put that in the compilation. See, I don't understand, man. The ingredients are there, bro. Like, just if we just had a little more trust. He was this swag was kind of nasty though. Like the t-shirt and the sleeves. Like I know his arms. He probably felt like a mummy in all of this. All of this. That's probably why he got rid of the sleeves because I'm sure he had some restrictions in his jumper out there rocking that. And the 2 sleeves in general was just like some swag like I don't understand. Like, ooh, why did the camera just do that? What was that? That's crazy. My bad if anybody's like photosensitive, epilepsy or anything like that. Let's see. How you feel about D'Lo in the Heat? Um, if he actually has the chance to rock out, like if they want him to play and they don't see him as like a facsimile of Tyler Hero and they're not getting in each other's way and they're both playing adequate minutes, I think the fit would be tremendously good. I think Bam is a partner that I think he could activate Bam a little better. Even though Bam, you know, people have been talking about the offensive upside of Bam for the longest time. Like I think he's kind of gonna be what he is for the most part, but I think D'Lo can go a long way in getting him easier buckets and stuff like that, and being a good partner for him on the defensive end as well. Because like for all of D'Lo's like deficiencies physically and stuff like that, he's good at like funneling people to the correct places and stuff like that. I think he provides another guy to score in late games, even though Jimmy kind of does that thing. And Hero was, I haven't seen his numbers recently, but like when he was a rookie, he was pretty good at it. Now I think his numbers kind of tapered off, but like I think Duncan Robinson, if he's still on the team, D'Lo is really good at finding shooters. Like he had Beasley as like a 20-point per game scorer, like when they played together in Minnesota. Joe Harris, like he's good at activating those guys. So I think it would fit well in the framework of their team and will provide something that they don't really have consistently in the playmaking streets. But you know, it's all about optics and whether or not they view him as a certain piece, whether or not his reputation precedes him as being a serious basketball player. Maybe Dwayne Wade put in a good word for him, but we haven't seen that work out with LeBron James of all people. So like, there's no telling. But like, if they let him do what he does, I think he would be like very beneficial to their team. What did I say? Yeah, I'm concerned that they'll trade D'Lo and get somebody that doesn't cover D'Lo's strengths and passing, off-ball play, so they end up being a wash. Yeah, like. I think that the things that are going out are being extremely undersold. Like shooting and playmaking are the 2 most important things on the basketball court. And, you know, we can talk about want to and grit and all this other stuff, but like you got to have a requisite amount of skill to get things done on the court. And I think D'Lo offers a lot of things for this team that they are going to sorely miss. Particularly with what looks like a sort of downturn in LeBron's ability to do certain things in the half court consistently. He can do it probably not necessarily on a game-to-game basis to where it's the highest level, but when he's off, it's looked extremely bad this year. And if they're going to try to replicate that aspect of it, I don't think they're going to have anybody that even comes close to that in terms of playmaking, and like he's shooting 41% on the most attempts on the team. Like they have to find a replacement for that shooting, and he's a guy who also generates looks for others. Like they already have a math problem. Like just because they don't generate enough threes, I'm putting that in the compilation. They don't generate enough threes as it is, and like the defense is still shaky and stuff like that. Like they're gonna have a lot of issues that they need to kind of figure out. So they're gonna trade issues for they're gonna get fixes to other issues that they made fix. I'm not even certain that will happen, but what is for certain is that a borderline elite playmaker and shooter is walking out the door, and like those guys just don't grow on trees, and they don't fit well in the concept of a team. Like probably like he would, like just going about it. He hasn't made us think about it or anything like that. Whereas other people might not be so enamored with the role that they have on the team. So, I think he was right temperamentally. I think he provides the right skill for this team. He wants to be here, but people have other ideas, and I think that they're gonna. It might work out for them, but I think that it's gonna be more difficult than they expect to like replace what he brings. Bron leads the league in fast break points per game. Does he? That might be true. I think this team is not that good in transition though. Like, and I think part of it, I think LeBron is better as he is better in transition at this point as a like revving up the engines, getting in transition and just like going through people and stuff like that. I think his half court offense hasn't really been that great this year. He's been kind of covering it up with his he's been shooting better, but like he's leaving a lot of layups on the rim. His post ups aren't really generating as much shooting opportunities for others, and he's not finishing particularly well through people. I don't know what the numbers look like. They could be bolstered by his transition finishing or whatever the case may be, but like to my eye, he hasn't looked the same in transition in the half court, especially on the nights when he doesn't have it. And you can tell he doesn't have it. He can't ratchet up like he used to. I think he tried to in the second half of the Brooklyn game, and we all saw how that went. So I think he's going to need some help. He's 39 years old. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's still a singularly great player, but like, I think there's going to be some issues if you're trying to like revert back to like Bron ball at certain points of the game. Cat has what in the first half? Hold on, brother. You better not be lying to me, Ian. He deserves a chance to be back in that Brooklyn mode, that winning style of play. He can easily do what Brunson and Halliburton are doing. Yeah, I think he's closer to those guys than people want to think he is. Like, I've never seen him share the court with Tyrese Halliburton and be like, oh, Tyrese Halliburton is just such a better player than this guy. Like, it's not the case. I haven't seen that with DeJounte Murray up until recently. Him and Fox were like battling neck and neck. Him and Jamal Murray. Like, when he goes up against these guys for the most part, he plays well, and like it's not that big of a gap in talent to me from what I've seen. Like it's more of a question of confidence and being empowered to do the things that you can do. And he's been the third guy ever since he left like the Golden State situation. Like he was averaging like 23 points a game. Like he like I said before, he's a much better basketball player now than he was then. Like you can't tell me that he wouldn't be able to do the same things that he did back then with more seasoning. He's a much better shooter than he was back then, even though his form looks way different. He's better finishing at the rim. He's the same level of playmaker, which was already great. Well, I think he's better at taking care of the ball. He's a better ball handler, like, but I don't know. But if he does get another chance, like, hopefully he will be able to take advantage of it and, get rid of whatever this stigma is about him. Like, they talking about getting off his contract and all this stuff. So I'm like, he's way outplaying the contract he currently has. He's underpaid currently. Like, so like the narratives might be hard to shake. I don't know what's happening. Let me Google Karl Anthony Towns, because if he got 43 in the first half and I'm missing it, I'm gonna be very upset, because I am one of the preeminent Karl Anthony Towns respecters on the internet. The way they talk about that man is crazy. He has 43 points in 20 minutes. MJ is gonna be mad at him again. Does he even own the Hornets anymore? I can't remember. But I don't know if y'all remember that clip of it was Luka talking to MJ, and then Cat walked up, and then MJ kind of looked at him crazy, and people like, why Cat walk up there like they like MJ like, man, get out of my face on him. But people don't remember that Cat had just gave the Hornets like 50. Like, a few days prior. So like Michael Jordan was putting respect on that man, and he's violating him again. So I'm assuming that's what's happening. Yeah, man, that boy going crazy. I mean, you say I'm speaking facts, you know what I'm saying? I try to give only facts when I talk, you know what I'm saying? I try to be well informed, you know what I'm saying? I know a little more about this particular situation than most because, you know what I'm saying, I've watched most, if not all of the games at some point. You know what I'm saying? Because I recognize real hoop when I see it, and you know what I'm saying? He be out there hooping for real, you know what I'm saying? Even if he's not playing well, he's still trying to do the right things. He's still, look at that pass, boy. Kind of dangerous, but it got there. Put that in the compilation. I hope I didn't just download. It'll tell me if I downloaded it twice. I didn't download it twice. But yeah. So I'm definitely going to watch those highlights. I need Cat to get at least 60. You know what I'm saying? Just so we could, well, he's had 60 before. Let's go for 70. The big meow, you know what I'm saying? Getting busy on him. Is Nick Richards out there? Hold on. Hold on. I got to ask one of my homies real quick. I got to ask him a very important question. Hey, bro. Is Nick Richards out there guarding Cat? All right, we back. Yeah, I didn't leak anything. All right, cool. But man, 47 points in the first half is crazy. It's the first half. I seen he had 20 minutes, so it's probably over. He's probably creeping towards the third quarter now. But good pass. Go to the compilation. Let's see. All right, cool. Okay, nothing new has been said, so we gonna describe some of these plays. You know what I'm saying? That's probably gonna be a jumper. I respect that you gave him like 17 jab steps and they still counted it as an assist. Is this a pocket pass? Yes, it is. Give me that in the compilation. Once again, it could all be so simple, man. Like, every time they've run this, unless a turnover happened, which doesn't happen often, they get a good look. Like, 85% of the time they run this pick and roll in any capacity. This is more of a handoff than a pure pick and roll, but anytime that LeBron is screening for D'Lo, something good is happening. But, you know, the people want what they, I forgot about that pass. I totally forgot about that pass. These are the kind of passes that make, like, gravity and physics look fun. Look at that, man. Look at that arc, that parabola, bro. It's beautiful. This is why I like basketball. This is the things I like to see. Ball going through the net like that, the way it looks, like it's a modern marvel of of movement. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm saying. Look at that, just moving the ball, real snappy out here. They was giving these boys the business. Let's see. They just flat out lie about what D'Lo is as a player. He's almost everything they say he's not. It's crazy. You watch him play too, so I know you. Yeah, man. This is part of this. That's the reason I made that video. That's the reason this channel exists in the first place. Like, this was gonna be like a basketball comedy channel, but like, I don't remember what happened. Something prompted me to like just talk about D'Lo because like I think he's one of the most disingenuously covered not athletes, but basketball players we have, like, and people like say he's overrated and all this other stuff, and like it's odd that everybody thinks he's like super bad at basketball, and yet he's always being talked about. He's always like the litmus test of the team. Like if you're the fourth guy on the team and people agree you're the fourth guy on the team, why is he so important to wins and losses? Why is he the guy that you're always looking to blame when something goes wrong when he's so far down on the pecking order? Like it's never made sense to me. It's been like that since the draft, since people wanted Okafor instead of him, because I've been on like forums and stuff like that. And the way people have talked about him has always been really weird. And I think he's like I think he's a barometer like for people who actually like know what they're like looking at when they watch basketball. And I don't mean like, oh, you don't know hoop and all this other stuff, but I think that the things that people see that are readily obvious are things that he doesn't necessarily do. Like, he's not particularly fast, he's not strong, he's not going to jump up over people, he's not blowing by everybody. So like, people just think that since he's not running fast, he's not playing hard, he's not taking the game seriously. But like, people like to say that he's a low IQ basketball player, and my retort all the time is like, how is he in the NBA if he doesn't think the game? He's not more athletic than anybody. His scoring is not like so great that he's gonna just like be highly coveted in those situations. Like, he thinks the game more than probably anybody out there does, even though he has some lapses when he does certain things, but everybody has those lapses. But like the rap on him as being this like low IQ shot chucker guy is like something that has confused me for the longest time. Is this team killer? Like he every time he's on the team, like they talk about how tremendous the vibes are, all this other stuff. Like I think he's a guy that connects, and I think he's a guy who is has more talent than he is required to show most of the time. So like he's perfectly fine being the third guy on his team. Like even though he could be a guy that scores 20 points a game, he doesn't complain about it. He lets people get their shots off, whether it's LeBron James or whether it's Max Christie. Him and Luka Garza, like he was running sets for Luka Garza. Like he's a good teammate. He's a good basketball player. Like I don't understand like the talk around him, but I think it just stems from the fact that people have a certain aesthetic that they look for when they watch basketball players, and he just doesn't fit that, and they don't know what to do with that from an analytical standpoint or just like a feeling standpoint. Like they just don't, for whatever reason, he invokes this vitriol in people, and it's like the most confusing thing to me. I don't understand it at all, but that's part of the reason I'm here talking about it, like because people don't talk about it. And it's not like coming from like a place of stand-up or anything like that. This guy is not my favorite basketball player in the league or anything like that. But like, I think that the representation he gets is like far lower on the scale than like his actual contributions and like what he brings to basketball in general. But I just know that people who respect this game also know hoop. You know what I'm saying? So that's my community. You know what I'm saying? We could give that we can give Cormac a little look on the compilation. I couldn't really think of the name. Let's see. With how efficient Reeves is, why hasn't he had any 30 or 40 point games? Reeves just doesn't have. Reeves has to work hard for everything he gets, in the scoring and the playmaking streets and everything like that. So, it's not going to come easy to him like that. He's not a guy who particularly catches fire. He has to, like, if you actually start guarding Reeves, he doesn't like have a quick trigger where he can shoot from anywhere on the floor and all this other stuff. If he's in a rhythm, he's probably going to need 3 or 4 dribbles to get where he needs to go to like get a whistle or get the ball in the basket. So he just doesn't have the next gear that the like people who can consistently score 20, 25 have. Like he just doesn't have that. Regardless of how efficient he is, like he still needs a certain level of things to be set up for him in order to be successful. So like I think it's wild that his highest scoring game of the season does not count because it was an in-season tournament championship. So he had like 28, and so like that stat keeps going around. Like the Lakers are like 1-10 when Reeves scores 20 points. I'm like actually they like 2-10 because like they won the in-season tournament game, but like he doesn't. His game won't probably like I think he had 35 against the Magic once, and like he was working hard to get that 35. Like we saw yesterday, D'Lo can hit like 4 threes in a row, and like he has a 12 points in 2-minute stretch. Like Reeves doesn't have that gear in him, or he hasn't shown it. I don't think like a lot of people don't have that. That's not a knock on him, but he's not gonna reach those like heights probably consistently, if ever, because just of the way he has to go about getting his points. He has to work hard to get his buckets. And whether it's taxing on him and he tapers off, or teams start paying more attention to him and it kind of gets a little more shaky for him as a ball handler because he's not as great navigating those situations, he just can't get to that level consistently. So that's why, in my opinion. We've been watching the same movie. We see the game through the same lens. I appreciate it, brother. You know what I'm saying? We here to know hoop and talk about knowing hoop. People say ball. I say hoop because it just sounds funny. I don't think I've ever said hoop before I like started this YouTube channel. Like I said, Shooty hoops coming. Look at that pass, boy. It's like he's under the rim, but that's Anthony Davis. So like he passed it where only AD can get it, and AD can do something with it. You know what I'm saying? I think they started this game off well too, and then they got, look, they up 27-17. These boys be giving people the business. Then I don't know what be happening, but that was earlier in the season. I can't really remember what happened in this game. Pocket pass to LeBron, yes. Look at this, man, easy. My neck hurt. How long have I been streaming? 73 minutes. So nah, we probably go. I don't know how much more it is. I might just stay here till I finish compiling these, or I might just stop at 10 o'clock. I don't know. I had a pretty bad neck day today. I was almost late because I was icing my back, and like I got there and I was feeling too good. I felt if I got up, I would like ruin some of the progress I made, like icing my back because like my neck hurts and everything. This tie is actually kind of killing me. I put this tie. I was gonna do like a fake like funeral kind of thing, but it took me too long to get out of the bed when I was laying down icing my back. So like I just got this tie on and these glasses. I was gonna have the glasses on looking real somber, you know what I'm saying? Just for a little comedic effect, but you know, I was running a little late, so I ain't really get to do what I was gonna do. Lobskis, oh, good defense. Is that Kenrick with the shag? Kenrick Shag Williams. He never mind. I'm tripping. I'm like, oh, he'd be a good trade target for somebody, but OKC's good now. That was last year talks and the year before talks. People been trying to get him forever. Let's see, little, nice little pass. No look. Is that Jabari? Jabari, I think he missed some free throws in this game. Then something happened in this game where he pooped the bed a little bit. That might have been the other game. They played the Rockets, I think, 3 times already, twice at home. Nah, that's not going in the compilation, even though it's a good pass. That's definitely going in the compilation. I think AD didn't really have a point at this point either, but he made it a point. I think he ran something to get him a bucket. He always looks for the AD. That was another thing that people would be disingenuous about. They're talking about he don't pass AD the ball. They did it last year when they say he didn't pass Rudy the ball. He had like 50 assists to Rudy before the trade deadline, and we all know Rudy's hands are like some of the worst hands we've ever seen. They kind of blamed him for not getting Rudy activated. I think all of Rudy's stats are worse this year. Like just the conversation around him always is about what he's not doing, and it always conveniently ignores everything he brings to the table. Like that brother he's shooting 48. He's shooting 41% from three from now. Like, if the slump was as bad as like everybody said it was, like I don't think his numbers would look like that. It was more that he wasn't getting opportunities. Like, if you want to say he was slumping, just in effort and stuff like that, I guess that's another thing. But like, he was shooting 40%, but he probably was shooting 10 shots a game. Like, so like it didn't really put a dent in his numbers. So like, I think that whole thing was overblown. But it's led us to where we are now. Did I download this? It says done. I think I did. I did not. That's a whole nother side of the floor. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, he always looks for AD, and I think they're gonna miss that aspect of his game. My arm hurts. Nice pass to Torian, but that's not compilation worthy, brother. Off ball. Oh yeah, this is when he dumped it off to AD. Compilation. Please and thank you. This was part of a sequence of real hoop that was just. I think he got the steal before this, or like he knocked the ball out. He did something to where he was inbounding this ball right here. I don't remember what it was though. My memory is getting a little worse as I age. Let's see. Entry. We've got enough of those. We don't need to put that one in there. We don't need to put that in there either. Both good plays. We putting that in there though. I already know what that is. That's great interior passing, man. He just sets these things up really nicely. Ooh, my arm. Ugh. My arm is burning. I might have to cut this early. I got like, what's this called? The Krellbo? I don't know what it. Ooh, how did I forget about that pass? Once again, just getting that man easy buckets, man. Why don't you want these easy buckets, Brunington? Look at that. Ooh, excuse me. I did that. I gotta. My jaw and my neck be tight sometimes, so I gotta do that. I don't have any substance problem that causes me to move my jaw like that. Just just in case there was some confusion as to why I just did that with my mouth. Sometimes I forget that I'm on camera right now. That's not compilation worthy. Wemby, you know what I'm saying? The Spurs might be a good destination, you know what I'm saying? If they need a real point guard and they tired of Sohan running the show, you know what I'm saying? Him, BBL, Vince Staples, Vassell, they might could make something shake a little bit. Rui. I don't know what they're doing with Rui either. He was looking real sad. That pass was off target. It's a nice read, but it was off target, so it can't go in the compilation, brother. That goes in the compilation, even though it was just, wasn't the greatest pass, but it goes in the compilation. I don't have a rubric for what goes in the compilation and what doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I just know it when I see it. If that second pump fake wasn't there, it probably would have won the compilation. But nah. Nah. I think this is, I can't remember if this was when AD jumper really started coming back. But, it doesn't look like he's leaning back as much as he was previously. Now, again, I'm not a shot doctor, but it's still some backwards lean, but he would have, backwards lean, and then he would have forward foot sway. I can't see how that ball can get to the rim consistently, but he's not really swaying the feet forward as much as he was before. So I don't know if that's what the change is or what's going on, but look at that pass. But he's been shooting the ball much better, and I hope it continues. Cam, we don't usually want him shooting the butt or break threes, but you know what I'm saying, when it's on, it's on. He was playing well last night. I wonder how much of that growing injury had an effect on his ability to finish at the rim, even though in that video I made, I detailed that was his whole problem in the first place. Is he can get past initial defenders and stuff like that, but when he gets to the rim, it gets ugly most of the time. And he's kind of continued that trend this year, but they've kind of relied on him more often to just do those things. And I don't know if how much of a part that's played in the struggles they've had. I think they've relied too much on guys who don't need to have the ball as much as they've had it, and at the expense of other people, and they pay for it. I think I remember that pass. Yeah, he didn't really create a lot of separation, but he got the ball to him and he was able to get a shot up. So it's going in the compilation. Let's see, where are you from, bro? I'm from Ohio, so I saw you know what I'm saying? I saw the Ohio State shenanigans up close and personal. That's when the whole this boy can hoop. That's when that started. But yeah, I'm from Ohio. If you wonder why I'm a Lakers fan, I was a fan of the team that my father was a fan of, and he said back in the '80s, only teams that was on TV was the Celtics and the Lakers, and he wasn't about to be no damn Celtics fan. So that's how we got here. My Niners, for the same reason. Their owners are actually from Ohio. I don't know if you can see that plaque back there, but that we kind of, you know what I'm saying? I just got the plaque. It's like a license plate. But Niners fan. Oh, wait, that got to go in the compilation. I forgot that's when he put that boy in the blender with the in and out screen rejection. Look at Randall's. Another off disrespected. That's my other feller that I defend on the internet is Julius Randle, because him and D'Lo were on the Lakers at the same time, and they both were dealing with the same vitriol. It was a weird time to be a young Laker, in the mid 2010s. Fans were wilding, bro, and particularly I think Marcus Smart and them were playing some level of good basketball, and it was just it was wild times going on about people just telling these brothers telling everybody that would listen that these boys couldn't hoop, and I'm just sitting there we not watching the same thing. If you think these fellas can't play no basketball, bro, we're simply not watching the same sport, and not even on the I know better than you type. But it's what I just don't understand your viewpoint. Look at that drop off, boy. That's just stylistically and functionally just real hoop. You know what I'm saying? D'Lo usually cook the Bulls, but he was oh, you worried about the trade? And I'm I don't know, man. He just was a conscientious objector to the offense that night, I think. Look at that. Jackson almost died. He almost died for the highlight. We got to put it in the compilation. He almost went to the upper room. Let's see, because that hand angle, look, he has some hand angles when he throws the ball that just confuse me. Maybe he has a great amount of wrist strength and stuff, but like the way this ball is delivered, just like did he flick his wrist? Like that just looks weird to me. But he used to have a passing game where I would like I wouldn't understand the arm angle he used to throw this ball, and this is one of them where it's just like I guess he like spun it off the hand like this, but like it just looks strange, but like not in a bad way. Let's see. My roots in Ohio, both parents from there. Oh, that's what's up, brother. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too much out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, it ain't too much going on out here these days, particularly with the economic downturn. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing out here, but I don't know what part you was from, but like people think that Ohio is like all corn and all this other stuff, and it's not like that for me at all. We actually closer to Pennsylvania than like being in rural Ohio. I always tell people like the further west you go in Ohio, that's where the more of like the cornfield talk and stuff like that happens. This is more industrial. Like it's not a lot of stuff here, but I can't see no cornfields around my house like or anywhere near it for a good like 15 to 20 miles ish. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't really nothing here no more. You know what I'm saying? This was going in the compilation. Did I collect it though? I did. All right. Let's see what else we got. Rudy Gobert. Big part of the Wolves actually being good this year. People are attributing it to like Mike Conley and all this other stuff, but I think the biggest difference in the Wolves this year is that Rudy looks like healthy. I don't know what happened at the beginning of the last season, but like he was not making multiple efforts on defense like he is this year. Like they won a lot of games in the clutch, and it's like we saw Ant miss those free throws and stuff like that. They look like the same team offensively in the clutch to me last year. They were winning games last year. But like I don't think that their clutch offense was the reason that they were doing anything. It's just that like I've seen multiple games and they played a lot of teams that have been missing guys and stuff like that, so this might play a part in it. But like the difference in the clutch that I've seen this year for them is that like Rudy is like really terrorizing people at the rim. Like people are not going to the rim like trying to trying to contest like not contest with him, but trying to challenge him at the rim in those moments. Like he's causing a lot of havoc late in games. Yeah, look at that, man. I think AD just got rid of some of the forward sway on his jumper, and it's just more of an up and down shot, and it's going in now as opposed to like having backward shoulder lean and forward sway. He just has a little bit of back in the shoulder. Like you can see, he's kind of like this. Like I think Anthony Brown also had this kind of problem with his jumper where it was always also short. He had like back facing, not back. He had a little lean in the top of the shot, and then his feet kind of came forward. And I think it kind of created like this weird like transfer where it didn't get to the rim like it needed to. But AD looks like he's eliminated that sway that he had in the feet. And now his jumper is going in miraculously because his form was never bad. I never understood just aesthetically why it was bad till I like really looked at it. And I still might be wrong about that, but that's just what it looks like to me. Ooh. See, Rudy and D'Lo were winning their minutes on the floor together. Yeah, man. Like after Cat went down, like D'Lo became like the unquestioned second guy. Like he was putting up like 20 or whatever, and they were winning. Like what were they? I think they actually like got worse after he left. Like I don't think they won I think they didn't win a home game for like a month or two. Like they didn't win a home game until I think Cat came back and he was like, "This is what movies is made of." I think that was the first home game they had won since D'Lo had got traded. Like they were not playing poorly when he was there, and they weren't. Whatchamacallit? I don't remember. And they weren't any better when he left last year. Like people wanted to say that they were better. It's like, oh, the trade made such a difference, but they were a worse basketball team. Like they just were. Like, I think the defense got better, but like other than that, they weren't winning more games or anything like that. Got Rui, man, young Shep with the pull ups. This was the I remember that pass. That's going in the compilation for surely. We gotta run that back to give it its proper respect. Look at that pass. Real hoop. But yeah, him and Rudy played well together. I don't think that they had the beef that John Krasinski tried to act like they did. The vibes was kind of bad on the Lakers when they played the Wolves and he took that charge and he like fell on his tailbone. He was laying on the ground for a minute. I think Rudy was the only person that really like checked on him when he was on the floor. Like, and also he does that podcast with that dude that kind of looked like Rudy Gobert. So like maybe they really cool. Like I don't know. But I think that all that stuff was overblown. I think they played well together. I think that D'Lo was probably a little frustrated with just Rudy's hands in general because I think they were in general. They were trying to force feed him the ball in certain spots that he probably shouldn't have the ball, and I think they were working through that. And D'Lo's more of a bounce pass guy and to get you the ball in the operational zone, and Rudy can't really do anything with that. So like I think that the fit on offense wasn't like super clunky because like Rudy was still a good enough screener and D'Lo was still a good enough playmaker to like get him the ball and stuff. I'm putting that in the compilation. I just think that all of that stuff was overblown as well. I think it was more so that they didn't want to pay D'Lo and they wanted a defensive upgrade. I think they got that with Alexander Walker and Conley, but I think that the effects of him like leaving on them being a better team has been wildly overstated. I think that their schedule, like they have like the most rested advantage games in the league or something like that. They played like 2 back-to-backs before like at some time in January or whatever. And then like if you look at their schedule, the games that they played like 10 to 12 teams who missed their start. They played the Lakers without LeBron. They played Jimmy Butler-less Heat. Like they played the Pelicans without Zion twice, and then they played the Pelicans with Zion twice. They won the games without Zion, and then the games where Zion played, they got absolutely smoked. Like they got their boots smoked both times. So like I think they just had a confluence of things that have gone well for them. I don't think they're the number one team in the West. I think they are comfortably a top 4 team though, but I think there's going to be like they might run into some trouble if the playoffs start, particularly because they still have the same issues in the clutch that I've seen with Cat and his fouling and Ant. I don't think Ant's particularly good at finishing games yet. He still has the same problems with turnovers and like the shot selection in the clutch that he's had his whole career. He's gotten a little better at not turning the ball over, but as we saw with the free throws, and I saw some games where he was still going left and getting stripped from behind and like shooting step back threes and leaving layups on the rim and stuff like that. Like I still think they have some things that they need to figure out before they truly take the leap. And I don't know how much time they have with the certain amount of money that they have to pay everybody, and they have new ownership, and whether or not they're going to keep all of this together. And so I think they're in a good spot right now, but it could still go left if this season doesn't particularly pan out for them, which I'm not wishing that it doesn't or anything like that, but like I'm not seeing the surefire like contender that other people seem to think they are. Was what the bench game? You talking about the OKC game? Because that was the first game he came off the bench, I think. Like all of these games during the stretches when he got benched was like they only won when he played well. He played well in the OKC game. He played well in the Charlotte game. I can't remember what other game they won, but they only won like when he played well. Like it was weird, and then they didn't win when he didn't play. Like, oh, what am I doing? I'm just looking at the what's the last pass I downloaded? It is from the Celtics game. I think he played well in the Celtics game too, but they were down so many points by the time he got in the game. I don't think it really mattered. I don't think I was paying attention to any of these passes. That don't need to go in the compilation. That don't need to go in the compilation either. Okay, I was kind of paying attention. I remember both of those passes. You get the ball back. Cormac. Okay, I saw all those. Ooh, that's going in the compilation for sure. This is a very difficult pass, man. Like, people not just making this pass. Not with this level of velocity and accuracy off the dribble. Like, it's a great pass, bro. Christian Wood's load up is so weird to me. He steps inward to like he uses his most people their shooting hand foot is the foot that they move before they shoot, but he like anchors that foot and he uses his left foot and then he shoots like right-handed. I haven't seen too many people do that. Like, well, he's moving both of them, but like his left foot is usually the last foot that he moves before he shoots, which is just, it's really strange to me. Like, this is like how a left-handed person would shoot. Well, like feet-wise, that's the kind of feet a left-handed person would have. Not like sideways, but like you step left, and then your left foot hits, and then you shoot. I've shot with both hands. I'm an expert on left-handed and right-handed shooting, if you ever want to know. But I shot with my left hand until the seventh grade because I wasn't strong enough to get the ball up with my right hand. And I'm like, if I'm doing something full body motion, I do it with my left hand. Like if I'm shoveling, if I'm playing pool, I'm doing it with my left hand because I guess I'm oriented more left on my bottom part. So I was a left-handed shooter for a while. But yeah, this is the way like a left-handed person would shoot. It's very strange. I saw something in the let's see. Embiid ended up with 79. Brother, what? I saw it when I went to go see Cat's thing. Somebody said a lot of fake stuff is happening in the NBA. I'm like, what's going on? I couldn't. We streaming, so I couldn't look it up. Cause like I said, I don't want to Google nothing in front of y'all. And I can't go on Twitter because I'm logged into my original account and the chat be populating. I don't want to out my brothers because they be in the chat wilding sometimes. I don't want y'all to see what's going on in there. Y'all might see somebody in there sharing pictures of feet or something. I don't know what they be doing in there. I'm just saying. But MB got 70. That's crazy. Cat, let me see what Cat is doing right now. Let's see. Embiid. See, if I knew I shouldn't have streamed today. Something told me. No, I'm playing. Yeah, 70. He had 20. How many free throws did he shoot? He made 24 shots at 70 points. I don't know. I'll do the math later. LeBron tweeting about it. You know what I'm saying? He and his I ain't gonna say what he's in, but Cat only got 43. Let me refresh this. 53. Okay then, Cat. Big meow. 53 in 25 minutes. Let's see. Let me see if they was only up 5 when Cat had all those points. Wait a minute, these brothers, are they winning? Let me check real quick. Timberwolves. I remember last year, speaking when they weren't winning home games, LaMelo went in there and did them boys real dirty. Okay, they up by 9. So this game is still in the balance, folks. And I know when people score a lot of points, like a lot of individual scoring points, if he stops scoring and everybody else is kind of out of rhythm, it's a chance they might lose that game. Yeah, Cat has 53. Backwards footwork. Yeah, man, I don't understand how he makes that. Well, not makes that. I don't understand how that's a comfortable shot for him. But everybody's different. If you saw me bowl, you like, why are you doing this little pimp lean before you bowl? So like everybody's biomechanic rhythms is different. It's going into compilation, baby. This water tasting kind of old. I don't know if you ever seen Signs, and she was like, "This water tastes stale." This water tasting kind of stale. If y'all have been here for long enough, don't worry. I still got my Fiji on deck. You know what I'm saying? I used to drink and I would like do this and like, cause I don't like to put my mouth on the bottle for whatever reason. Cause sometimes I like to reuse the bottles and stuff like that because they don't really have bottles of this size. It's like 1.5 quarts or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I need that amount of water. Cause I drink like the equivalent of like 6 Fiji bottles a day. So I was drinking and I would have my neck like that, and it's real bad for my neck, so I don't drink out of them anymore. So I just use them and then I pour them in that, because that's a little less than a Fiji bottle. Like it's the whole thing. But that's why I'm, you know what I'm saying. If you was wondering where the Fiji bottles went, they still here. I just don't drink out of them like anymore actively. You know what I'm saying. And I also use them as cold water bottles for my stomach. You know what I'm saying. I got some stomach issues, so like, you know what I'm saying. I got a lot of uses for the Fiji bottles, right? Okay, I thought something else was being said, but not. But we back to the compilation. Did I download whatever this play was? Let me see what the last thing I downloaded was.
And it's been a while. December 8th, their last.
Oh yeah, I did. This is when Rui dunked on somebody. Mr. Renner missing a layup. We out in transition. Nice pass. Oh yeah, this one Austin got nasty on him. Let's see if they got the celebration in here. Nah, it's not enough seconds. They probably not. Oh yeah, they okay. It cut off right before they showed it. AD did that last night when D'Lo did the behind the back move. He he pantomimed a little behind the back action. It was this little misdirection, pointed at the like he made them rotate and just threw it right where that man vacated. That's just high IQ basketball right there. It caught, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much created that driving lane by making that pass, but I don't think we need to put that in the compilation. Most people don't understand what he just did there. I'm like, most people don't know shit about boxing. The Wolves, man, this court and that uni combo was going hard, man. I don't know. They still need to bring back the trees, you know what I'm saying, in some capacity, even though they had on nice pass. On the one alternate they had recently, even though it was kind of like a hybrid of new and old. But I'm really rocking with these right here. Are they wearing these as Cat is giving these boys the business out there? I wonder. I'll see later. Oh yeah, this is nice pass to Cameo. What the hell happened to AD on here? AD surprisingly hasn't missed too much time. Otherwise, need a knee, need a thigh situation. But that's going in the compilation. I remember that pass, entry to AD. They won. Oh, this was the other game that they won when he came off the bench to play well. It was that. Man, my hand is hurting. I still haven't got my mic set up. The mic stand. I still haven't put that together. You know what I'm saying? Nice pass, brother. That's in the compilation. Yes, indeed. If anybody got any compilation requests, you know what I'm saying, as long as they aren't too ridiculous. He did it this time. He stepped with the correct foot. But I think that was more of a necessity. So he ambidextrous. What's the word for ambidextrous feet? Hold on, we about to Google that. The Wolves are only up 8 now. What is foot ambidexterity? What is there a word for it? Oh, I guess it's both of them. Or is it mixed dominance? Because that's what I was talking about earlier. I think I'm left side dominant, like on my feet, like my legs, and then I'm right hand dominant, like for fine motor skills. Then gross motor skills, I'm left dominant, and then fine motor skills is more, you know what I'm saying? Because I can do things generally with this hand. Nice pass, also going in the compilation, but I can't like write my name and stuff like that, like a LeBron James or like Mike Conley is right-handed, and when he writes and other stuff. They said somebody else. Oh, they said Tua. Once I found out that Tua was like actually right-handed in the rest of his dealings, the way he throws the football made all the sense in the world to me after that. Because he throw that thing with his whole body almost. It's like a weird, like, so like, yeah. Swing. He was about to do it again. Let's see what the footwork was looking like. You see that? You see how he, right, left, he was about to let it fly, but he, you know what I'm saying, he attacked that closeout, got to the bucket, got it up in there. Oh, he wanted that pass to Vando bad. I seen it in his eyes, but was that Scotty? Scotty was lurking, so he just let it. Yeah, just straight up and down, man. AD has cleaned up his jump shot. If he just remembers that, I think he's gonna be shooting well for many years to come. That's a weird angle for an entry pass. I respect it though. Like people are not using the floor like this regularly. Was that Boucher? I gotta see. Has Siakam played a game for the Pacers yet? I haven't checked in on them. Let me see. I'm gonna Google it. Siakam, because if I don't know what happened with the. Okay, so he played yesterday against the Suns, and did he play against the Trailblazers too? I guess so. I need to look some of that up because I haven't seen how he fits there yet. D'Lo is CJ Stroud with the passes. Hold on, let me get that in the other chat because once again the heart is in the way. He got velocity and touch. Yeah, man. He's also him reading game situations in the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about how like getting hot is his superpower. His IQ is also part of that discussion where like that's the most valuable thing he brings, and he's also a great scorer, and he's like the actual execution of passes and stuff. Oh, I need to I need to unmute this because like the scream that Dennis made when he almost got the ball but didn't quite get there was funny to me.
Well, they're in there. They're thinking about it. They're drawing something up. All I got to do is execute, right?
I don't know if you can hear that. Let's see.
They're in there. They're thinking about it. They're drawing something up. All I got to do is execute, right?
I don't know if I'm the only person that can hear it. He's like, ah!
All I got to do is execute, right?
He knew he wanted that.
They're thinking about it. They're drawing something up. All I got to
He had the hand there the whole time, and he still got, like the hand was already there. Pass still got under it, though. That's just
do is execute, right?
playing with precision, boy. And it's going in the compilation. Did I already download it? It'll tell me. It'll have a one by it if I did. I don't know why I keep hesitating to just download it and then not let it go because it's not automatically downloading it anyway. That little subsection of it is going to get this demonetized, even though I already played Boys to Men. I don't monetize these anyway, but I always get emails the next day like, oh, yeah, you can't monetize the video. I'm like, I never was monetizing it, bro. I know what y'all be doing on here. I definitely thought this was going to the corner when he first when this game situation showed up, but Bo was there anyway, so he probably wouldn't have got that through there. But yeah, this is a pocket pass angle you don't see very much, at least I don't. So even though it led to a contact layup or a contact floater type situation, it's going in the compilation. Just because you don't see that area of the floor being utilized like that, it's usually, if that area of the floor is being utilized, it's usually coming this way and the bounce pass going that way. But you know what I'm saying? We had to reverse it on him. He had some orange shoes on. Maybe he was sending signals to the Suns to come get him this game. I don't know. This was a terrible game, man. They was down by like 16 before he stepped on the court. That was not an enjoyable basketball watching experience, bro. I tell you what. Nice pass. Oh, no, now that I saw that this flash, I don't want to get y'all in this state of mind that I'm usually in, but like once you remember that the camera flashes, like when shots go up and stuff like that, it's hard to unsee it for a while. Siakam has played for sure. His game is well thought out. Yeah, it sure is, man. It kind of has to be because like if he was just out there vibing, he would be down super bad. Given his athletic profile and all that other stuff, he would be. At best, he would be like a microwave scoring kind of guy, but like there's plenty of those in the league without the lack of athleticism. And if he had, I remember this pass. Why is this? I need to figure out why this is being highlighted every time I do this. I'll fix it later. I don't know. Make sure I downloaded that. Because sometimes I get in the groove and I download stuff and then I skip a whole play. Okay. We good. Let's see. Austin Reeves. See, this is where Austin needs to be, bro. Because if he's trying to do this same move, but he's trying to do it from a standstill dribble at the top of the key where he's dribbling into somebody and he's trying to get to the behind the back after contact, like it's not going to go the same because they can feel when it's coming. But this right here, Mans was coming to close out. He just hit him with a little step. Seen that foot was loose in there for the taking. Took it. Now them hips is open. And he gone. Like, and he get the whistle, get the bucket. Like, this is easy hoop. This is where this is where his craft is maximized right here. Not trying to break down people off the dribble with his semi-loose handle, and he doesn't have a lot of strength to dislodge people. Like the whole trying to run him at point guard thing never made sense to me. But I didn't want to be on Twitter like, they shouldn't do this, like, because people love that guy, and I love that guy too. But like his deficiencies were very obvious from like a lead ball handler standpoint, and I think people wanted it to be something that it wasn't. And I don't know what the Lakers thinking was and why they kind of leaned into that, because there's no way they were in practice like, unless their defense is that bad, they're like, Austin at point guard, this is the move. Like, particularly with how he started the season. Like, I don't understand why that was like the move. I think it did everybody a disservice, the team, and then like Austin himself, where he he kind of got into gunner mode a little bit, and he was just coming in and chucking up everything. Like he was coming off the bench, he was just shooting. Like, and while that was good for like maybe getting his shooting rhythm back and stuff like that, it was like tremendously terrible for like his advanced metrics and stuff like that because he was getting his points, but like he wasn't affecting winning in other ways. He wasn't really making anybody on the court better because in order for him to like score from that position, he has to kind of like monopolize the ball, and like that's not the way you maximize him. Really, I said really, Rui is a bully, man. One thing about him, he gonna lower that shoulder and he gonna try to get to that glass, or he gonna try to dunk on you. The way he be dunking in transition, I be calling him Worthy, but like ain't nobody know James Worthy, but like I like the way he goes about like going to transition stuff. He made a skip pass last night. I was so proud of him, but he still has never met a shot he didn't like, and you got to respect that on some level. But he's had his struggles this year too. But him and D'Lo are the leaders in plus minus. This pass was very hilarious to me because his brother still has negative juice like in certain situations. So that was just funny to see him do that. My guy Jalen Williams, Hooper of the century right there. He actually has on 2 matching shoes in this game. I wonder what happens when he decides to do this because I was watching this film the other day and most of them he didn't, but then some certain games he would have 2 of the same shoe on. I wonder what the thought process is behind that. Let's see. Do I want to throw these some of these games on real quick? I don't have my league pass logged in here, so if I do see what's going on some of them, what I'm saying, it would have to be through alternative methods. I don't want to get arrested by the basketball FBI. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to tune in to see what Cat is doing later. We'll get back to this compilation for now. Nice pass. Ooh, my arm is starting to hurt, boy. I can't even lie to you. My bicep is burning a little bit. Did that download? What's going on? What's wrong with this? It didn't. What's going on? Okay, there we go. But I thought it might have reverted back to the regular download schedule. It's not a pass worth looking at any longer. Oh yeah, I remember that. Going into compilation. See how that got through there real quick. Is there anything special about this pass in particular? Because I remember it looked a certain way on the broadcast. He got it to him. Hands outstretched. They rarely get to the ball though. He's not like an ambidextrous passer, so he kind of throws these passes the same way all the time, but they always find the mark. Like, he's not going to throw it, he throws passes with his right hand sometimes, but like, he's not going, because some people will throw that like this, with right hand going to the left diagonally, but he's an overhand, like, back passer. He's like left-handed dominant in like most of his passes that he throws, but they get there. Him and Vando making it happen. Vando and D'Lo need to play together more. D'Lo is probably the best guy to activate him on offense because he knows Vando's tendencies a little better. LeBron tries to throw Vando the ball a lot. I'm like, man, he trusts that man a whole lot for the level of results he gets. I think he throws him the ball in zones that he can't really do anything with, but it's like the right zone to throw somebody with the ball, like basketball-wise. But like Vando needs to at least have 2 steps because he's like, even though he's bad at finishing at the rim, he's has some craft in like up and unders, and like if he had a layup yesterday where he moved his arm back and then he like put it up on the glass. Like he has some like torso flexibility in the air when he's like off of 2 feet trying to lay the ball up. But like most of the time if you just give him the ball and he only has like 2 steps and he's trying to get to the rim, that's not going to work out too well for him. Again, LeBron and D'Lo pick and roll, easy bucket once again. My reflux is still acting up because I ain't been eating the best. Once I get on this regular diet, I ain't gonna be doing that in the mic too much. We're not gonna put that. He only had 1 assist that game? Or did they not get logged? I can't remember. He might only have 1 assist that game. That was a weird game just in general. This is the last game. I just realized that. This is the game from last night. The compilation is over about around 10 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Which is around the time I was planning to get back in the self care mode. You know what I'm saying? Rest my shoulder, rest my my elbow. We this might be the pass that ends the might be the last pass on the compilation, depending, you know what I'm saying, on what happens in the next week or so. It's still 2 weeks into the trade deadline. They might not do nothing soon, but you know what I'm saying? All signs are pointing to this being the last go round for this brother. Nice touch pass. Who y'all putting that in the compilation just because real hoop begets real hoop? Is there anything else in the let's say Cat has 60. Cool. Let me see. I might turn it on in here. You know what I'm saying? Watch it as a family. It's 11 people in here. You know what I'm saying? That's just it's pretty decent, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just watching me ramble while I'm looking at these these passing highlights. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Just sticking around for a little bit of the shenanigans. I should have took these sunglasses off so long ago because like they hurt my head, but I totally forgot I had them on. I'm gonna take this tie on. I'm gonna keep the tie on. We gonna remain business for the. This is gonna be the last pass. Again, look at this. You can do this for 3 more years, brother. If you just let go of the reins a little bit, cause there ain't too many people making that pass to you like that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'll find another one, cause y'all gonna need one. The way he got up was crazy, though. What's that? What's that? I can't remember the name of the song right now. Wait, is this, have we not seen this? I feel like I downloaded this pass already. I guess not. Maybe the in-season, the in-season tournament was, I totally forgot that they're going to have. So we're not done with the compilation. I totally forgot about these games. They split the in-season tournament up into regular season and then actual games that mattered. So Cam missed a beautiful pass in this game right before this brother ended up getting benched. Did that go into somebody's hand? If it did, it's going in the compilation. Nah, it's going in the compilation anyway. That's just a nice pass. Even though it's a pocket pass, garden variety pocket pass, not really garden variety, but you know. We've seen it thousands of times, but sometimes you just gotta sprinkle some of them in there, even though you've seen them 30 times already. Nice pass. Nice little dipsy doodle from AD. I really like that pairing on the court, but you know, hopefully they don't sell too much of their soul to nice pass. I totally forgot about this pass. To like satisfy like LeBron, because AD hopefully is still gonna be here as LeBron like phases himself out, and like if they have a super smelly team, maybe they just like, all right, once we bottom out, once we lose LeBron, then we're just gonna like trade AD and recoup some of these assets. Maybe that's the thinking. I don't know, but I hope that they're able to just like field a competitive team after this era. That's the only thing I'm like super worried about. This is not the only pass that he completed in this in-season tournament. Yeah, this is missing some passes. NBA.com has problems sometimes logging things. This is linked to NBA.com, so you probably won't be able to find it on NBA.com either. I'll check though. But he had that pass to AD in this game that got him to 40. Like, he has some good passes in this game. So let me see if I can find the rest of these passes. The only reason I don't use NBA.com no more, well, that's just a better resource in general for like finding what you want to find. But like NBA.com doesn't really work well anymore, just in general for finding like stats and stuff like, not stats, finding clips for games and stuff like that. I don't know if they do that intentionally so you don't take clips and stuff. I don't know why it works so poorly these days, but it doesn't really work that great. Let me bring this to the screen so you guys can see it. I forgot I was in the incognito window this whole time, but it still would show the other stuff I searched for previously. Can you even get assists from here? Because I remember it wasn't working for a while. This is preseason. Should I have? Oh, I should probably put preseason in here. Now that I think about it, I'm probably going to go back and do that later. See, look, this. Oh, it's preseason still. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. All right, so let's see how they laid this out. If they had, is this preseason? This is preseason because I don't think they played the Warriors this year. If we here, we might as well look at some preseason. Then where the is this not is the did I not put video downloader on here? Maybe I didn't. Let me see. If I didn't, then it's not happening. I didn't. Oh man. Now I gotta I gotta download that extension real quick. Hold on. I just realized y'all can't even see what I'm talking about right now. Okay, there we go. Let me see. Video downloader Chrome extension. Video downloader plus. What's that? This is not what I'm looking for. Video download helper is what it's called. My bad. So I'm gonna download that real quick. Don't do this at home, kids. No. Always get your highlights legally. Pay for them. Get the licensing from NBA.com. I don't even know how that works. I remember they had the partner program or something a couple years ago, where like you could they would let you like use the highlights, but it was like highlights that they had already prepackaged, and it's like that's not what I want these for. Like I want to be able to make my own like things out of it, as opposed to like they were trying to have you just like commentate over stuff that they had already made and stuff like that. Let me put this in let me pin it and then make it for use for Google Chrome. I mean not Google Chrome, for what is it called? Incognito. And we are back. All right, let me refresh and see if it works. It might not. I might have to delete all of this and then it'll come back. Oh, there it is. I saw it. Okay. It's still 11 of y'all in here. All right, let's see if there's any worthwhile passes in this footage before we go. I should probably delineate where the preseason passes start so I can. Whoa, wait a minute. Was this a pump fake? I think it was. He stopped doing it. He's actually like shooting shots that are like semi-contested now. Oh, nice pass. He's shooting shots that are semi-contested. I think it's done wonders for his offense. He's really gotten into the floater bag. I think that's really what has helped him. I'm not in the right window right now. Okay, but yeah, I think that's really helped him get more pace into his game, back into his game. So he's playing faster, and then like he's getting confidence by hitting those shots that he's capable of making in the mid-range and in that area, and it's doing wonders for the rhythm of his game. What is going on? Okay, I did those two already. And then this pass. Ooh, nice little skip. Why does this arrow look like this? Is this broken? Did this download? What was that? That just looked crazy. What is going on here? Oh yeah, I forgot. If you got, I can't do this in I'm not gonna be able to do this in incognito unless I delete. Unless I close this other thing, which I can do. That's no problem. But if you have two of these open at the same time, if you have two, what is this? Use browser, bro. But if you have something open in incognito and you have something open in regular, like it'll choose one of them that you can download from, and it won't let you download like separately. You got to do one or the other. This is not right. Oh yeah, I forgot. They reversed the order, so I probably didn't download the right thing just now. I didn't. So like this drop down menu when I used to tell people about this, I used to make sure that they knew that if you download, like the first video that you download is going to be on the bottom, and then the subsequent ones are going to be like this. At some point it reversed, so now like the first video that pops up is down here, and then like this is the second video, this is the third. Like they changed the order of it, so I need to download all of these because I don't remember which one is which now. So I'm about to have some assist in this compilation that probably shouldn't be in there.
Handling and just organizing. said, hey, I know how to play off the ball.
Okay, so this is the lob, I think.
To see it live here for the first time.
Yeah, this is the lob. This is riveting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I don't remember what the third pass was, so let's look at that. Why is this popping up every time? Use the method by default. It keeps asking me the same thing. Y'all can't see it, though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to OBS for protecting my privacy. What is this? Oh, it's playing through. I need to go to this to make sure it works. I downloaded that. All right, so I don't need to see that. This is, what is this pass? I guess I downloaded all of these. I don't. And then I'm assuming this was just this alley-oop that just happened. Cormac Christie. Yeah, we'll put that in the compilation as well. Why not? 9 people. We have 2 people that have exited the premises after we we had our download situation. All right. So it's a nice little bounce pass compilation. See, dude used to do this. This is another thing that it makes the high-low better. It has the download link like ready for you. Let me see if I can open this in a new tab and just download. That's kind of a long way to do this. Yeah, you can do that. I'm not about to do that, but you can do that. I don't remember if that was an option back then before when we downloaded this as an NBA Twitter community. I don't remember. But I remember that NBA.com got rid of the download links and people was distraught for weeks, bro. Like, real hoop was not being discussed because nobody could get the clips. Oh, nice bounce pass. Nice bounce pass. But, what was it? Jeannie found a way. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, I found this new app where you could, you could download clips off there. And it was a great time out there. We haven't had a problem since. So, shout out to Jeannie. The mixer, the producer of the Laker Film Room podcast. Where we at? Oh yeah, I forgot about this pass. Let me make sure I'm downloading the right stuff because this order is killing me right now.
And I think they're all going to get some quality minutes, barring
yeah. What happened? What happened to the offense, bro? It's like they don't run actions like this no more, bro. Like, what happened? Is it because Gabe's not here? Like, what? little exit situation, float into a little handoff, little back screen cut. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, man. That's real hoop right there. They don't run sets like that no more. Well, they got back into running plays and stuff like that, but like that pass not even on the screen. But they haven't done it in a long time. This is a pass to the baseline. I remember that. Going into compilation. Oh, it's 10:08. We might have to get up out of here. What'd it say? 2-point game. Cats still suck on 60. All right, well, we had a good time. You know what I'm saying? If I could bring my my League Pass TV in here, I would, and we could watch the rest of the game. I could put the game on and just see what's going on, but y'all wouldn't be able to see what was happening. I don't want to be out here streaming illegal links because I don't want to log into my League Pass on this computer. So we pretty much done with this compilation. Appreciate y'all showing up. I gotta go get my arm iced up anyway, my back iced up, because I'm probably gonna have a bad day tomorrow after all this. But we'll be back on the stream maybe tomorrow, if not, you know what I'm saying, Thursday. I'm trying to be on here more often just so I can like recalibrate the algorithm. If this is showing up, you know what I'm saying, hit the notification bell just so y'all don't miss when we here, even though, you know what I'm saying, it might not be like I don't have a regular schedule or anything like that, because, you know, life be life, and sometimes I don't want to make no promises I can't keep. But we'll be here more often. As you can already see, this is what the third straight day I've streamed. I've never done that before, but that was more of a like willingness to stream because I didn't have good enough computer to really do what I wanted to do. But we'll be back. If something interesting happens, perhaps when the trade happens, we will. If the trade goes down, we will definitely be on here to talk about it as soon as possible, unless it happens at like 9 in the morning or something. But other than that, I'm about to go see the rest of these games because obviously some great things are happening tonight. So I'm going to let y'all get back to whatever y'all was doing. And, yeah.